Good evening, traders, and welcome to the PL Capital Weekly Market Review. I'm your host, Paul. I'm going to look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, silver, and uranium. Let's get started. We're going to start with natural gas. This is the futures contract, November contract. This down move is getting quite strong. So I thought there could be a possibility that this five-wave move would correct for one more up before they came down. I think now it's becoming more clear to me that this over here was the A, this was the B wave, and this is the five wave C. So they made this expanding flat over here. So because of this sharp sell off, I don't think they'll go back up to break 301 again. I think they're going to be making a correction upwards soon though. So I'd definitely be looking for buy setups because I think we have an A and a B. And then they're making this ending diagonal. Right now the low 2632. I think that has to break one more time when I just count the little microwaves in this last thing. I think there's one more break lower and to complete the C wave. And then I'd be looking for a move up. So right now, as it stands, if the low is 2632, I'd be expecting a bounce up at least up to 2723, 278. Could even go higher. But I think then that would be all she has before this sells off to go take out the low. So I'm looking for more down. But first, there is a playable bounce. What are we looking at? Yeah, 3%. I think they'll actually come up to this 27, at least this 278 level, which would be a nice 5% move from where it is right now. And you might even be able to get it, like I said, one more time under 2632, which then brings it, yeah, you'd be looking closer to almost 6% move upside. So as it stands right now, I'd only be looking for buy setups anywhere down in here. But I think when you get up to 278, I'd be very cautious because I think this thing will be coming all the way down. So short term up, longer term, one more trip down for natural gas. Oil. All right, so they made an ABC. So now we got this WXY down. So now this becomes a very interesting area and actually a harder area to trade in between these two levels. Because if oil is going to be going up, it'll be going up in a diagonal. And this ABC, that was just one. And that could be two. I mean, it's deep enough. I think they'll probably just give another three wave and still one more to finish the two if they're going to be going up. Now, I'm expecting them to go down. And as I said last video, I think this is just a three wave move. I think that's one. And then we've got the ABC, and that was a two. Now, obviously, I am wrong on the pattern if they take out that level. So if you see 80-70 break, they're not going to be going down in a diagonal like I think they are. So that is the key level to watch. So that's why this 78.46 level I think is important, because if that breaks again, then for sure they'll be taking out that 70, 80, 80, what did I say, 80, 70 level. So right now we're just kind of in between this 71.53 and 78 level up here. I'd be watching for from 71.53 a bounce at least up into here, 74.99, 75.81. And then I'd be looking to see if they come down and break that 71.53 again. And then we'll have to watch and see just how strong this wave gets, because the stronger it gets, then I think they come and take out 64 and they're moving down for the third wave. So I think 78.46 has the potential to be the two, and now it's working its way down for the third wave, but we don't have any confirmation one way or the other yet. And these are the two key levels, 78.46, 71.53. We got to get some price action going in between these to see what's the next wave. All right, let's move on to the metals. And we're going to start with copper. Copper looks really good. Completed ABC up, and we've come right into a perfect buy zone. So I'd only be looking for the buys right now. We do have a nice ABC move down. It's deep enough, so that ABC could be 1, and this ABC could be 2. And then obviously we need a 3-wave move well above 479 for the third wave. If, however, they were to take out this 399 level, then this is turning into a really big correction, and then they'll probably be coming under 3.6. So that definitely, I think, needs to be a stop loss 399 level. Break of that, and this pattern's not doing what I think they're doing, because I think the 4 is in. That was 3, came down for 4, and now they're going to be working their way up for this 5th wave above 5.2. But we need to see what happens now. So copper's at a really important area. I think the more it drops, or if it drops below 429, then I think they're taking out that level, and then that leads to a whole lot more downside. So yeah, I'd only be looking for the buy, but I would have got to have a stop loss somewhere down in this region here, because if it comes down, it could be going way down. Gold looks really good. Gold looks like it's right at the bottom of this purple zone that I have, 2603. That could be 4, because I think we got this 1, 2, and then we got 1, 2, 3. I think this should be 4, and they should be reversing up really soon. Go up for that 5th wave. If they get really strong selling, and literally tonight into tomorrow, this has to reverse, because if there's any strong selling, if they take out 25.31 on this chart, then they're not creating the impulse that I think they're going to be creating, because this is very impulsive looking. But silver or gold here has to pretty much reverse from where it is. It could go down a little bit farther, but any more selling, and I'd be getting a little nervous that this is just a 3-wave move up, and they could be making a much bigger correction here. So I'm looking for gold to hold here and go up for the 5th wave. Silver, to me, looks like they're making this nice running flat. Had a 5-wave move up. Here's the A. This was all just a 3-wave move, so that's the B. And then they sold off really hard. Now it looks like they got one more. And actually, I think if they would come down into this like upper 29 area, that would be the perfect zone for this C wave to be ending. So pretty much just like gold, I'd only be looking for buy setups in silver, because I think they're making a running flat, but I think this red line might be shifting to down here. So not a huge difference. I think they're making some kind of diagonal here for this C wave. So you might be able to get it a little bit cheaper, but I'd definitely be looking for the buys. Even where it is right now, to go all the way back up to the top, you're looking at over 8%. And so obviously if they come down into that green zone, for sure you'll be able to get a nice 10% return. So I think silver looks fantastic if this is doing what I think it's doing and making a running flat. So Anywhere down here, I'm looking for buy setups. Uranium. All right, uranium, not doing a whole lot up here. It's chopping. I think after you just got this nice three-wave correction, I think there's going to be a little bigger correction that should come down and on this chart down into the 2850, say 2750 range at least. Because I think this 1, 2, 3, I think that's going to be 1. So I would expect at least a three-wave at least down to here and probably even a little bit lower if they're going to be going up in a diagonal. So uranium could be making a correction, but I'd only want to be long. So if you're already long, I just keep holding. There is still the possibility that that was 3 down, and then you got 3 up, and this thing could be coming all the way down. So this would be A, B, and now they might come down to 22 again for the C. That's always a possibility. So if you're not in, that's why I'd want to wait for at least a correction and see how strong it gets. Like if it just kind of starts shooting down here, might hold off for a little bit then and see if it does come down. But yeah, I think that was a big enough correction that you could like just get a small one here and then more up. So only looking for the buys on uranium, pretty much all the metals. All right, that's commodities as I see it. Hope it helps. Thanks for your likes and support. Good luck. See you in the next video.